Alright, so the Oilers win Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and they will be pushing it to 7 games, which is very exciting because there's no bigger stage than Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and we haven't had a Game 7 since 2019 when the Bruins took on the St. Louis Blues. And listen, I've said what I've said about this series and my thoughts on the Edmonton Oilers, especially after they went down 3-0 in this series. But what can I say? They've been playing a very good brand of hockey ever since they were on the brink of defeat, and they've proved me wrong every step of the way, so all I can do is give them credit for that. And if they do manage to get it done on Monday night, then fair play. What can I say about that, right? But at the same time, I honestly don't know what's happened to the Florida Panthers. They were looking so confident all throughout the playoffs. This is supposed to be their redemption arc after losing in the finals last season to the Vegas Golden Knights. They had the 3-0 series lead, and just like that, they folded like a deck of cards. And you look at their bench, and they just look defeated. It's really insane, the turn of events, and they're going to have to do a lot of soul searching ahead of Monday night's game if they want any chance at lifting the Stanley Cup. But until then, we're just gonna have to wait and find out. It's the playoffs, anything can happen, that's why you love it. Panther fans out there, listen, I don't know what to say to you guys anymore. I'm sorry for giving you guys any sort of hope, because I really did think that the Panthers were gonna take this series, but right now, it's a toss-up. But, I guess if there is any silver lining to this, you have the game at home, one more chance to do it. You'd expect that after 3 straight losses in front of a home crowd, the Florida Panthers are going to give it everything they got. Not to think that the Oilers aren't going to give it 110%, because they are, but the Panthers are going to have to match it if they want any shot at this. But listen, if it is the case where the Florida Panthers lose 2 Stanley Cup Finals in a row in the way that they would have to lose this one, I honestly don't know how you can mentally recover from something like that. So for your guys' sake, I'm really hoping that you guys can take the victory, because if my team was in this position right now, I don't even know how I'd be reacting. But anyways, let's talk about Game 6, starting with the first period of play. Early on, it's some back and forth play, but the Oilers strike first once again. Leon Draisaitl over to Warren Foegele, and he puts it by Bobrovsky to give them a 1-0 advantage. After that, the Florida Panthers had some chances, but they really couldn't get any high danger scoring opportunities, because the Oilers in their own end are dialed in right now. They're making it really easy for Stuart Skinner, who's looking like a really good goalie right now, but he only faced 1 shot in that period. So you got to give a lot of credit to the penalty killers and just the structure of the 5 skaters on the ice, because they're always going. Anyways, 1-0 is the way that the first period ends. Early on in the second period, it's Adam Henrique who gets a feed, one-on-one with Bobrovsky, and he makes no mistake putting it off the post and in the net, just electrifying this Oiler crowd. A horrible start to the second for the Florida Panthers, but they weather the storm, as 10 seconds later it's Alexander Barkov who gets them back within 1, or at least that's what he thinks, because the play gets put under review and they deem the play to be offside. It's no goal and the score stays 2-0. And listen, I know you're probably wondering what my thoughts on this are, and personally, I'm going to keep my mouth shut for this one. It was a really close play, guys. I'm not saying the refs made the right call, I'm not saying they made the wrong call. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, because at the end of the day, this was a pivotal moment in the game, because if you count that goal, it's 2-1 and the Panthers have a power play after the Oiler bench minor for delay of game, but it stays 2-0 and the Oilers stay on the attack, and Zach Hyman makes it 3-0 shortly after with a breakaway goal here, just putting a dagger in the hearts of the Florida Panthers, making it now a real uphill battle as we move into the third period of play. And now in the third, the Florida Panthers have a good start as Alexander Barkov, who's like the only player on this Florida team that's actually trying right now, makes a nice move and gets it by Skinner. 3-1, but they can't capitalize, and the Oilers get the last 2 goals, 2 empty netters. Even Darnell Nurse scored another goal, so fair play to him, I guess, trying to make the most of that $9.5 million contract or whatever it is. But yeah, the Florida Panthers lose, Oilers take it 5-1, and we will have Game 7 on Monday night. And this is it. It's been a long season of covering all these games for you all, and we're down to 1 before we move into the off-season videos. It's been a lot of fun, guys, and whatever happens, happens. And listen, I've said a lot about the Oilers. If they do manage to win it, then fair play. All I will say is it's really easy to talk once it's all said and done, because everything happened. But until then, you just don't know. So if the Florida Panthers take it, credit to them. Oilers take it, the same goes. Anyways, that's all from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be sure to catch you all in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace out, and take care.